What's going on YouTube? It's your boy St. Klout coming back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about if these underground legends will be able to make it to the next level in this new era. There's a lot of artists coming up, but there are still a few artists people say are just destined to be known as underground legends. But I feel like these artists may be able to make it out if they just do these few things. Let's get into this list.
Is that how you would treat your mama?
Duwap Kaine, the man who has been in the game since he was a jit, went from rapping about Elmo coming in with an AK-47 and how he want to eat that booty right in front of your fam. He want to take that booty on a motherfucking date. Not much has changed over the years from this man. This man is still a horny motherfucker. Has only gone up the older he has gotten, being the blueprint for a lot of young artists to this date. Now we all know that Duwap Kaine is responsible for a lot of artists that we have today. One of our top female artists, #1, BK the Ruler.
Niggas like the route that you would want to go, you feel me? Like he was the first one that like low-key paved that whole wave.
No, 100%. Duwap, I remember his little wild ass walking around here when he was like fucking 13 or like, I don't even know how old it was, but that little nigga was wild.
Making new sounds out the ass. Like it was something new every time.
For real, yeah. He still does that.
Yeah, no, definitely. And like, even though I wasn't really tapped into the underground when Duwap was making his run and going as crazy as he was, now that I know more about it, I can see that he was just like he played such a big role in the underground.
Right.
But after being at Rolling Loud a few times, you would think Duwap Kaine will be a bigger artist by now. The amount of times people bring up his name, people show him love, but nah, Duwap Kaine remains in the same spot, but not breaking through that wall to the mainstream audience. I'm gonna have to put in the words here. This nigga has too much fun. I don't know how you can do that, but Duwap Kaine has done it. Everyone talks about him. Everyone says you gotta put him on your list. And honestly, with Duwap Kaine's old music, yes, I understand that man when he was younger, he could not miss. He would play around here and there, dropping songs like No Auto-Tune, which blew this nigga up. Before TikTok, there was meme pages. And that's the only song I heard on meme pages for a hot minute.
I don't need no auto-tune, I could really sing on my own. The things that I went through on my own.
Clicked up with Xavier So Based and making songs like Xavier and rappers that's coming up, Certified Trapper. I really don't like those flows that he be using. And that's all he's been posting. Duwap Kaine is at his best on the beautiful sounding beats, the blissful.
Nah, look what your ass did. You fucked around and influenced all these kids.
And sometimes hard.
I'm trying to be big and great. Overseas feel like young boy. I'm smoking dope out in Utah.
Like the song that recently blew up for him on TikTok, Fuck the Streets.
On the sidewalk, you're not in the street. That's 100 reasons why I am not in the street. 100 million reasons why your ass shouldn't be in the streets.
Most recent EPs and albums, they've been okay, but they haven't been Duwap's best. Duwap Kaine should start doing more features. He rarely or never does features, but he be clicked up with every nigga. Slimesito, BZB, Gunu at one point. If y'all don't know about Gunu, that nigga was a GOAT. He was from the DMV, Maryland area, but rest in peace. I listened to a Duwap Kaine x BK the Ruler EP, Feet Young Boy.
This K2 got me started.
Right now, Duwap Kaine, I would say, got the Disney star syndrome. A lot of these people, a lot of his fans watch this man grow up, and now that he's a grown-ass man, they just check in with him. Like, how Duwap doing? Duwap Kaine is more like a public figure than an artist. He's like the one nigga you can reach. Out of every other nigga in this, all the egos in this shit, he's the one nigga that will respond to your comment, DM, tweet, fucking, if you DM him on OnlyFans, he may respond.
Bitch, I'm with Pino. We really got them racks though. Yeah, I'm with Slack, and I'm with the sleeves though. And I told that bitch to let me. She said hell no. DJ Kelly told me we the best, but I'm with PHATT though.
The original nigga that sounded like he got something stuck in his throat. Zelly, Ocho. Now this man come up has been documented and his fall off as well has been documented, but his come up is back on the rise. And the big equation to this man's come up is the fat man himself. No nigga not DJ Khaled, no nigga not Glow from the Foe, no nigga not Margins, DJ Fat. Everyone says when Zelly, Ocho, and DJ Fat get around each other, these niggas make hits upon hits. But there was a point in time not too long ago when Zelly, Ocho, and DJ Fat was not on good terms. They was beefing. This nigga broke, no, this nigga broke. It was a back and forth.
He said fuck DJ Fat, I never said fuck Zelly, and I never will, cause that's my brother at the end of the day. We may not ever see eye to eye again, but it is what it is. And I moved on from it, and like I said, I wish him nothing but the best. But sip is mine. You feel me? I'm a grown ass man. You ask him who gave him all the money when the shirt sold that he didn't send out. Who I give it to? You know how many people put in? I put in $1,000 to get all those shirts done. What Fat do? I said, Zelly, get that to your daughter. That's her birthday present. I don't do this shit for money, nigga. I do this shit for the art. I do this shit for the culture. I do this shit for y'all. I do this shit for the people. So when I die, they know Fat did this shit for real.
But at a point in time, not too long ago, these two was inseparable. If you saw Zelly Ocho, DJ Fat was waddling behind that nigga, not too far behind. And every time these two got in the stew, it was a hit. But during the time when they were beefing, a lot of people said Zelly Ocho wasn't putting out his best music. And if you go to this man's SoundCloud page, them niggas ain't lying. You can go through the timeline when he wasn't with DJ Fat. The music was still Zelly. It still sounded like he going crazy on the mic, but it just wasn't everything that made Zelly Ocho special. Not saying that DJ Fat made Zelly Ocho, but he's a big part of that violent life around drugs. There was a point in time where everyone was talking about this man with being signed under 1400. I feel like Zelly Ocho put in the right position is the best in 1400. I know Trippy's probably doing the most behind the scenes, and Trippy Red is giving K Suave, who's another good artist signed under 1400, and he's getting more of the shining light than Zelly Ocho in 1400. I haven't really seen that many co-signs recently. Trippy Red giving Zelly the Cardi treatment. Trippy Red should sign DJ Fat. Now look, why would Trippy Red need this Fat DJ? Look, this man know all the upcoming artists. He can see it, he can smell it. It's like a Twinkie. This nigga can smell talent from a mile away. If Trippy Red were to pick him up as more of an A&R, use him as 1400's Opium Baby, because I feel like this nigga Trippy be giving out his cosigns too much. He hasn't been giving it out recently, but it don't take a lot to get Trippy Red cosign. That nigga Trippy Red is very, very friendly. I feel like if you were to get DJ Fat along onto the 1400 label, Playboy Cardi will have some competition. Label versus label. But out of all the artists I brung up on this list, Zelly Ocho is the main one that has to put in the most work. He has to climb that ladder yet again, unlike the next artist on this list.
Man, they try to get me fried. I'm posted in the trenches, tone and fried. No effing bullets, they gon' go through your car. I'm smoking ounces like a fucking cigar. My bitch be cashing out, she just bought a scar.
On my previous rendition of this topic, we talked about Slime Dollars. Now we're gonna be talking about Slimesito, another artist. I wonder why hasn't blown up, but at the same time, I know why. Slimesito has the image, nigga look like a killer, got his own clique. He stay with BZB, the monotone Grim Reaper. It don't matter what beat you get this man. If it sound dark, he gonna somehow make the beat sound darker. If the beat upbeat, he gonna make the beat sound darker. Even if the beat got a sample off of a PBS Kids commercial show, it don't matter. Put Slimesito on that bitch, this shit gonna sound like you walking into hell.
Shooting up all y'all spots, nigga. Your trap, your studios, your shows. Don't come on phone with that drama, no, I tell you. Real veteran, I can tell you a
Slimesito, I would say, is one of the legends. Been making music over the years, hasn't really evolved, but hasn't really devolved either. He stayed in the same spot. Right now in Slimesito's career, I would say he's in a perfect spot. If you say Slimesito name in a room, someone bound to know who that man is. But the thing I really want to see more from Slimesito and would help his career is features. You know what I'm saying? He do be featuring people from his clique on his music, but he need to be featuring more different artists. Cause Slimesito, even if he might use the same monotone flow, he's a perfect feature. If you want to make your song hard and you know Glock's ass in jail, get Slime. That's a hit right there.
But take one to the face. My neighbor kids think I work at the bank. I cut off my queen and I part 8. I don't engage in a conversation without rank. When my nigga Johnny on mine go blank. This Draco.
Probably the best case scenario on this list to go mainstream, tonyshhnow. Now this is a man that you can play around your mama might like. If a person doesn't really like that experimental underground music, here you go, tonyshhnow. He's that guy, he's your guy. He still hops on different type beats, but it's not too far gone, too far out there. Like if you were to play tonyshhnow song around a goddamn Lil Baby fan or a goddamn shit, I might have to say it, the Baby fan, they might fuck with the song. They have an 89.99990% chance of fucking with the song because he is a rapper and an artist and probably the most tame on this list. He's not too heavy with presets. He just get on the song and start talking his shit, changing the flows, telling a story, making love music as well, which not a lot of people on this list make. Maybe Duwap Kaine.
Freak neat nigga, my thumb in her ass.
tonyshhnow would be actually making love music, sampling old R&B songs, just like another artist on my previous list, Texaco. If you haven't watched that video, go watch that video now. But tonyshhnow and the artists he works with are always perfect. He never has someone too far gone or too far out there. Recently just got brought out by one of Travis Scott's artists, Don Toliver, showing love on stage. I feel like tonyshhnow is on that bridge of blowing up. He just needs to start dropping more and start working with other artists to, you know, get his name more out there, because a lot of people do know who he is, but not a lot of people really know who he is, if that makes any sense. The next person I have my money on, or I would bet my lightsabers on to blow up, it's gotta be either Duwap Kaine or tonyshhnow. More on tonyshhnow because Duwap Kaine is very experimental and likes to play around. If tonyshhnow keeps dropping the shit that he's dropping, he is the next to hit that mainstream line. If you rock with the video, let me know down in the comments. If you don't know who I am, my name is Klout, and I'm out this bitch.